Is the creator really as original as everyone is praising? Kind of. I guess. Alright, let's start with what's good about it. So the visual effects, my word, if these visual effects don't get nominated for an Oscar next year, I will be very disappointed. And the film was also very well directed. A lot of the shots are very reminiscent of the director's previous films, Godzilla and Rogue One, being very Vietnam War-esque, which makes 3 films in a row now with that aesthetic. Gareth Edwards is a good director, but what is his obsession with the Vietnam War? And out of Edwards' 3 films that I've seen, it's certainly the best paced. Godzilla, for example, doesn't show up until about halfway through that movie. And let's be honest, as great as Rogue One is, does anything really happen until about halfway through? Not really. His films generally take a while to get going, and on that level, it certainly has better pacing. Now, is it original? Like, everyone's saying this is such an original story? Kind of. Like I said, on a technical level, it's very impressive, but I did have a few issues with the narrative. For one, the way the story flows feels very episodic. The film is divided into different segments, such as the friend, the child, and they feel like title cards for episodes. I don't feel there was enough time in movie format to develop everything that needed to be developed. Like, sometimes we'll have, like, a flashback, and it's very rocky the way that it flows sometimes. I feel like this started out as a show, but the studio was too afraid to give it the budget it needed, so they forced the director to make it a movie, so as a consequence, it can be a bit underdeveloped. It also has quite a few similarities to films like Short Circuit and iRobot, with the question of what makes AI truly alive, can it be alive, should they qualify as human, and I'm sorry, but I didn't really feel much emotion for the main characters. I felt more emotion watching Alita Battle Angel than I did these two. It's not a knock on their performances, but rather the way the characters were written. Again, it's all very underdeveloped, so it has great visuals, but on a narrative level, I feel it could have been better written by AI. So the creator for me gets a B, 8 out of 10, and 3.5 out of 5 stars. See it if you think you'll be interested in it. Everyone else, you can wait for streaming.